The players are waiting for me.
Yeah, Coach, welcome to the post-match press conference.
Thank you, sir.
If you can give us analysis of the victory against the Chiefs Galaxy.
Yeah, no, thanks, Shubs. Good evening once again to members of the media. Let me just first congratulate this incredible group of players. I really don't know. I said even on one of my other interviews that I don't know how they do it. To show up all the time, and to understand and put it into context, because it's not just a physical application, but it's also from a psychological perspective. To give it your all like that in the Champions League and perform like that, and then still bow out, and then 2 days later you have to show up. It takes incredible mental resolve and incredible human qualities to be able to do that. So I'm very proud of this group. I'm proud of also the technical team. Many people don't know some of the things that happened behind the scenes, but when the penalty was conceded and immediately I could hear Coach Wendell speaking to our analyst Sbu Makitla, and it took him 5 seconds to pull out Bernard Parker's penalties, and within 5 seconds he told Coach Wendell which side Bernard Parker goes, and immediately that information went to Ronwen. And Ronwen, being coachable and the human being that he is, he pulled off the save. So, as I say, it's a complete team effort. It's so many people are contributing behind the scenes, and they deserve a lot of credit and for their hard work, because it's not easy. Every 2-3 days, these players are running, giving their all, and I think a big congratulations. And I have nothing but huge admiration for this group of players. The football they played tonight, I thought was amazing. The energy, the intensity after 2 days, I thought was incredible. And even with all the things that are happening, these players, you guys don't know. Sometimes these players say to me, "Leave it. We'll do the talking for you on the pitch." I've never felt so loved by a group of players like I feel loved by this group. It's incredible.
Okay, from the floor, we'll start with Kens, then come to Garabo, then Lawrence, and yeah, in a row. Did I miss you? Skip, you'll have the last one. Then we go to Chiefs. So Kens.
Thanks, Ribs. Evening, Coach.
Evening, Kens.
You just spoke now about the love that the players show you. Obviously, it's not easy to come back from falling out of the Champions League. And the invitation today also showed you so much love and
unbelievable.
Images of Ronwen resting you on on his shoulders.
Unbelievable.
What do you have to say about this group of supporters?
Contrary to what people might try to create, I meet a lot of Sundown supporters everywhere I go, everywhere. And I must tell you, I receive so much love. And it is only proper that I thank them for this public show of appreciation. It really, really touches me. And I just want to say thank you to them, because even in the previous game in the Champions League, the stadium was full. There was lightning, there was rain. They stayed, they chanted, they supported the team. And it's easy for them now with the next game to say, "Hey, but I'm suffering from a bout of flu, I'm sick, or I'm not feeling so well because I supported in the rain and we lost." And so psychologically also, there's that barrier that they've got to overcome, but they did it. And I want to thank them for showing, not just myself, because of course, yes, I appreciate it. But as I always say, I'm probably the least important person in this football club. And to show me that appreciation really, really humbles me. But I also want to thank them for supporting the club and supporting the players in good moments and in bad moments. And this is what true supporters do. And I really appreciate the fact that they become the beacon of light. Because in good moments, they sing. In bad moments, they stay behind and they sing and they appreciate the players. And this is what the players in fact, not just need, but deserve. And so, really, 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 I want to thank the Yellow Nation for demonstrating what it is to be a supporter. Because a supporter says, in the good, I'm with you. In the bad, I'm with you. When it rains, I'm with you. When the sun is shining, I am with you. And this Yellow Nation is a special group, and that's why we fight so much for them. That's why we sacrifice so much for them. That's why we give so much for them, and to try to make them happy. And I just want to say, on behalf of the football club, on behalf of the players, on behalf of the technical team and everybody involved, I just want to say thank you very much.
Coach?
Yes, sir.
Johannes has had an opportunity to really, be part of some of the sessions that some of the coaches have, especially towards the end of the season, because mentally it's so draining. And in your case, what happened on Friday, bang out of the Champions League, can you just maybe take me through what exactly is it that you and the players went through to try and, galvanize yourself again for this important match? Because, there's a potential of you winning the league on Thursday, but just take me through the emotions and how you guys went over and above that to try and, bring yourselves sober-minded for this game and to go on again.
There's a top coach last week who said, don't fight your feelings. If you're sad, you're sad. If you're disappointed, you're disappointed. But still show up. And we was fortunate that, sometimes football has the same type of... I always say success has the same clues, but so does failure. And when you are able to study some of the greatest people, and that's one thing I will never stop, is studying how some of the greats do it, in good and in bad, how they succeed, how they bounce back from failure. And ours was just to accept that we failed and we let ourselves down. We looked at the game again and we said, my goodness, how did we not win this game with that type of performance? And then that made us a little bit more angrier. But that anger and that disappointment fueled us to give this performance. And I've got to give credit to the senior players because they managed the change room. Mshishi, Ronza, Dennis Onyango, Brian Onyango, they do a lot. Even Coach Kennedy Mwini, because he's very close still with the players from the coaching department. He's the one that goes there. And so we knew we had to show up. Regardless of how we feel, but we also understand the responsibility because there's a patient that is lying in a hospital bed that's about to give up on life and has failed, and he receives the news that, hey, I've got a terminal illness. By showing up after our failure, we are then able to give some form of inspiration, and even if it's just to one person, that after failure, if you put your heads together, you support one another, and you galvanize each other, you can overcome and succeed. And failure is not fatal. And that's what I think was very important for us from a mental perspective.
Coach,
Lorenz.
after this question, don't think this is clickbait, but
yeah.
How sweet was this victory? Because 3-0, a penalty save, bouncing back, just what you needed, and then also it's against a coach you had a public spat with. Doesn't make it more sweeter or not?
No, because I'm football, and God knows the truth. And like Sailor said, I loved what Sailor said when he was asked the question. He said, both me and Coach Rulanin know the truth, and God knows the truth of what happened in that incident. So football is football. I'm glad we won the match, and that was the most important thing for this football club, to win the match, and the way we won it is what makes me happy the most,
Coach, can I just take you back a little bit to Friday? First, next season there's no AFCON, but still, the fixture list is going to be pretty much the same, every week and that kind of thing. And obviously, I think you have slept over the Champions League stuff, and you must have done debriefs and all those things. You'll go back at it again next season. One of the things that have been discussed a lot is rotating and managing of players. What is the best way to go about this and really, go, Faf du Plessis, the Proteas captain, used the phrase balls to the wall, and really go at it at the Champions League?
To be honest, I don't know what is the best way. I tell you, I don't know. I'll make one quick example. Mokoena, before he gets injured, there was a big thing about Rodri asking to be rested. And then Tebza and I, around I think 10 o'clock, whatever time it was, that's irrelevant, had this discussion. And I said to him, I'm thinking of resting you against Swallows. And we had he said, no, but I want to play. I want to help the team. And inside of me, I had that thing to say, hey, I think I need to rest this person. There was that gut feeling. But I betrayed my gut feeling in that moment, and I played him. Now there's also the part that says he went on to put in an unbelievable performance up until he got injured, including a special goal that he scored. So sometimes God puts a silver lining, but also still it says to you, don't ignore the lesson. And the lesson was stay true to your gut feeling. And I think a complete overhaul sometimes has worked for us much better this season when we've changed 11 players that we've performed exceptionally well. But it's also got its negatives where you lose cohesion, you lose rhythm, you lose. But I must say this season when I think we've done a little bit better, 4 or 5 changes, try to give momentum, try to rotate, have a lot of communications with the players. That's a part that also a lot of people don't see, is so many one-on-ones and trying to keep everybody on board, especially with a big squad like this is so difficult. But as I say, I've got the support of the technical team who also help with those type of talks, and then I've got the support of the players who say to me, Coach, we sometimes may not agree when you say we want to rest, but we respect and we will follow what you've asked us to do.
Last one from Scatter for Tears, then we move to Chiefs.
Okay. It's actually 2 quick ones.
Sure.
Both on the scorers. I mean, there was a time you even said Peter didn't want to shoot anymore because it just wasn't coming and couldn't get any since December. And then he gets 2 today and works for the team. What did you see? What changed? What looked different? What felt different? And then how? I mean, I'm sure you're proud for him, but how do you think he is just taking all of this in, even that period when it just wasn't happening? And then also on, I'm not even going to put a disclaimer. I'm just going to ask the question on Lorch. I mean, so many fans have. Obviously, when you do well, everyone is happy. When you don't do well,
For sure.
The transfer is questioned, and it has been questioned to say, was it the right move? Was it the right time? And so on. And even things like he's in the team because he's the coach's friend and so on. Does that even bring you to a point of even questioning yourself to say, but was it the right one? Should it have been done? Are we in a good space with Lorch, or are you just trusting the process and working towards what you think is the direction?
Well, let me start by saying to you, they are right. Lorch is my friend. They are all my friends. When they are playing, most of them, I am their best friend. All of them. When some of them are on the bench and not in the starting lineup, I'm just their friend. But they are all my friends. They know that. They know that in me, they've got a friend and they've got a brother for life. Jurgen Klopp said something so profound the other day. He said there are coaches that win trophies, but he wants to win relationships. It's funny how the universe works, and then 2 weeks later, he's got a public spat with Mo Salah, just the other day, yesterday or something like that. And then, of course, you can then say, the breakdown in the relationship. No relationship is perfect. You've seen it all the time. But I've said to the players, I don't only want to win games like other coaches, like what Klopp was saying. I want to win matches and trophies, but I also want to win relationships. And so people are right when they say the players are my friends. Like Toby is my friend. Like Grant Kakana is my friend. You should see some of the discussions I have with these players. Sometimes they've got nothing to do with football. And as I say to you, is something you build with being honest with each other, and we are honest with each other. I'm very honest with them. They are honest with me. Lorch, the other day, he scored 2 goals, and then he said it on TV. He said the coach has been very, very hard on me for not shooting inside the box. I don't move away from my responsibility to serve this football club. Before friendship and before relationships is the success of Mamelodi Sundowns. And that's the reason why I'm employed here. And so, as much as it is true that, yes, of course, I've got fantastic relationships with my football, with the players, but the paramount focus here is performance and helping the team to win. And that is for everybody, including myself. When I get things wrong, they are the first ones to come to me to say, hey, that thing that you said, hey, this one, this tactic, this thing. They come to me, and I learn and I improve. The good thing is we do it behind closed doors. We do it in our room, and we are honest with each other, and we talk openly, So they are right. I can say to you that people are right. Do I judge myself? No. Do I doubt myself? No. I've got no point. Do I sit and I say this thing was right or wrong? Because at the end, we haven't even given it time. How can we judge it after a couple of months? It's impossible. Which player just comes in and then boom, all of a sudden? Every player has an adaptation period. Every single player. And some take faster, some take longer. And he also needs his adaptation period and the support, just like Tashreeq Matthews. Everyone asked me, first question, it's a few weeks ago, where are you going to play Tashreeq? And I said, I don't know. And I've played now Tashreeq in different positions, and in different positions he's scored. But no one comes back. No one comes back and says, but you said you didn't know. No one comes back.
No, when the question was actually asked by me.
Oh yes, exactly.
It wasn't even to say you don't know, it was the best position.
Yes, his best position.
But just to jump in, the question I'm asking,
Can we go through, because we
just
still have
small,
Chiefs
small
Okay.
something,
one,
yeah,
and the coach. And then if you need an exclusive, you can go with the coach.
I don't even
sometimes.
want an exclusive.
Because we need to.
Because I was
Yeah, the
talking
players
to-
are waiting. Yeah.
I was talking to Mr. Mpahlele about Lorch to say that the metrics for him are not the same for everyone, because he was a football of the season, he's coming from Pirates, so the expectation and the metrics, as you say, will not be the same as a Tashreeq or a.
But can I just say something to you?
Sure.
Sometimes what you see on the eye is not what is happening. And let me give you guys homework. Go to our last 5 games and tell me who has the most number of chances inside the box.
Thank you. And then on Shalulile, coach.
Shalulile, I'm very proud of him. I've asked the team, you know what I asked? I just asked one thing from the team. I said, can we create easier chances to score? So it's all I asked. Last night I wrote a whole thesis, and I wanted to share it this morning with them, and I looked at them and I saw they were very tired. But the most important part of that thesis, and I was watching games and watching our games and watching some of the European League games, Arsenal, and then I started jotting down my notes. And one of the bottom, there was quite a lot of things that I thought we were not doing right, in which we did right today. And I don't want to go into that, because then it's giving also a bit more to the we still got so many games to play. But I asked the players, can we create chances that are easier to score? And I thought today some of the chances we created, especially with the goals that we scored, were very, very good. And I'm very proud of the players for that.
Thank you, coach. Now, if there's any